Susan Theron's mangled corpse festered in a shallow grave, her torso savagely ripped apart. Crude stitches gaping where organs were hacked out for a black market slaughter. Her wrists raw with ligature burns and her skull, pulverized by ferocious strikes, lay shrouded in a Bluegate Medical Center sheet, a grotesque mockery of her nursing aspirations. Jamie Winks, masquerading as doctor. Ron Lowe ensnared her in his sham Bozeman clinic, pumping her with illicit propofol and ketamine to carve her alive in a depraved surgical scheme. His slick wellness posts and forged Howard credentials masked a predator's hunger, weaving a web of fraud and identity theft. When Susan's butchered remains surfaced, Winks's 2019 Lexus RX 350 had vanished, $13,000 drained, fleeing Montana's chill. A dark web license and stolen identity unraveled his conman past, but the organ harvesting horror revealed a conspiracy viler than murder. Winks infiltrated an upscale enclave, his lies unchallenged, until Susan's mutilated body screamed betrayal. Join us as we unearth this true crime abyss, exposing a manipulator's grotesque deception and the ghastly price of his treachery, where trust bled into a nightmare of flesh and bone. A shallow grave would later reveal Susan Theron's mutilated remains, but in Bozeman's upscale Gallatin Heights, Jamie Winks, cloaked as Dr. Ron Lowe, was a beacon of trust. His morning ritual, coffee cup in hand, climbing into a 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport, drew polite waves from neighbors, his polished smile a fixture in their quiet enclave. Winks ran Bluegate Wellness Partners, a boutique clinic promising elite, discreet care, its sleek website touting Howard University degrees and a Montana State Hospital residency. His Instagram pulsed with gym selfies, organic meal prep, and wellness mantras, crafting an image of a concierge physician beyond reproach. No complaints or malpractice whispers tainted his name, his taxes paid, his credit pristine, a seamless blend into Bozeman's affluent fabric. Susan Theron, a nursing student hungry for experience, scrolled a healthcare networking site when Winks's ad for clinical shadowing caught her eye. His professional pitch, hands-on training in preventative care, sparked hope, her emails brimming with ambition as she scheduled sessions at Bluegate Wellness Partners. Winks responded promptly, his tone authoritative, detailing protocols, his responses laced with medical jargon that quelled any doubt. Their first meeting at his sleek office off Main Street saw Susan scribbling notes, unaware of the predator behind the stethoscope, his charm a prelude to a gruesome true crime conspiracy. Neighbors noted Winks's privacy, his Lexus returning late, curtains drawn, but his friendly nods disarmed suspicion. Local gyms and organic markets knew him as a regular, his low-profile habits mirroring any busy doctor. His digital footprint, LinkedIn, wellness blogs, reinforced legitimacy, with no trace of fraud in public records. Yet a neighbor, Eric Simpson, lingered on Winks's guarded nature, his backyard gate always locked, a fleeting unease he couldn't shake. Winks's routine never faltered, his Lexus gliding out daily, but Susan's visits to Bluegate grew frequent, her last email to a friend glowing, "This could change everything." The clinic's sterile facade hid a darker intent, Winks's calculated moves, a fuse for murder. Susan's shadowing sessions deepened, Winks guiding her through mock procedures, his confidence masking the forged credentials later tied to a dark web network. The Bluegate Medical Center sheet, a grim relic of his eventual crime, lay unused in storage, its logo a chilling hint of the organ harvesting scheme to come. Eric's unease, a whisper in Gallatin Heights' calm, hinted at cracks in Winks's veneer, but Bozeman's trust held firm. Winks's lies, woven with surgical precision, set a trap for Susan, her dreams of healing a pawn in his conspiracy, the Lexus's hum a countdown to a true crime nightmare poised to erupt. Susan Theron's butchered body lay undiscovered, but in Bozeman's Gallatin Heights, Jamie Winks's facade as Dr. Ron Lowe began to fray. A patient seeking Bluegate Wellness Partners hormone therapy dug into Winks's credentials, finding no Montana State Hospital residency, no Bluegate registration, no medical license in Montana's database. The revelation, shared in hushed community chats, sparked unease, but many dismissed it as a clerical glitch, citing concierge practices' secrecy. Winx's 2019 Lexus RX 350 still rolled out daily, his gym visits and organic market stops unchanged, his Instagram touting mindfulness, a polished shield against doubt. Yet, private scrutiny swelled, former patients swapping notes on vague consultations, their trust in his medical jargon wavering. Eric Simpson, a neighbor, watched Winx's backyard gate, always bolted, his unease growing as whispers of fraud spread. Winx's routine, coffee, Lexus, polite waves, held steady, his financials clean, no debts or defaults raising flags. Local businesses saw him as predictable, his low-key presence blending seamlessly. But online searches for Bluegate yielded dead ends, no corporate filings or clinic leases, and Howard University had no record of his degree. A few residents, undeterred, cross-checked medical boards, finding only silence, the seeds of a true crime conspiracy taking root. Winx, sensing no immediate threat, continued his charade, his office welcoming Susan Theron for shadowing, her notes meticulous, blind to the predator's gaze. Her emails to Winx, later recovered, showed trust. Your guidance is invaluable. The Bluegate Medical Center sheet, a future shroud for her corpse, waited in his storage, a grim echo of his organ harvesting plot. A formal complaint hit the Montana Medical Licensing Board, flagging unverifiable credentials and public risk, but bureaucratic lags stalled action. Winx's charm a firewall against exposure. Eric, walking his dog, eyed Winx's uneven lawn, a fleeting thought of disturbance, his drone idle but soon pivotal in unraveling murder. The community's trust teetered, some clinging to Winx's polished veneer, others haunted by the void of his credentials. His Lexus purred through Bozeman streets, his social media unwavering, but the complaints' ripple grew, patients recalling rushed exams, Winx jargon now hollow. Susan's final session loomed, her ambition a beacon for Winx predation, the clinic's sterile glow hiding a conspiracy of fraud and identity theft. Eric's nagging doubt, a spark in Gallatin Heights' calm, fueled curiosity, the locked gate a clue to a true crime horror, Winx lies a tightening noose around Susan's fate. Susan remains lay hidden, but in Bozeman's Gallatin Heights, a drone's lens shattered Jamie Winx's facade as Dr. Ron Lowe. Eric Simpson, a neighbor long wary of Winx's locked gate, launched his drone to inspect storm damage, its footage revealing a rectangular soil patch in Winx's backyard, uneven sod betraying a hasty cover. The image gnawed at Eric, the disturbed earth a stark contrast to the manicured lawn, prompting him to share it with a code enforcement friend privy to whispers of Winx's fraudulent credentials. The tip, laced with unease, reached Bozeman police, igniting a true crime conspiracy that would unravel murder. Police secured a search warrant, and on a chilly morning, officers and Montana Bureau of Investigation forensic specialists descended on Winx's property, cordoning off the quiet cul-de-sac. Neighbors clustered, their murmurs drowned by the scrape of shovels. 3 feet down, a white Bluegate Medical Center sheet emerged, stained with soil and decay, encasing a body in a fetal curl. Ligature marks scarred the wrists, blunt force trauma cratered the skull, the remains identified as Susan Theron, a nursing student vanished after shadowing at Winx's sham clinic. The sheet from an unrelated Bozeman facility screamed premeditation, a grim relic of the organ harvesting horror yet to be uncovered. Winx's 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport was gone, his home silent, curtains still. Officers found no tools or traces of digging, but the grave's amateurish lime dusting hinted at panic, not precision. Susan's last known visit to Bluegate Wellness Partners, logged in her recovered emails, marked her as Winx prey, her ambition a lure for his predatory scheme. The community reeled, Gallatin Heights' trust in Winx polished wellness posts and fake Howard credentials fracturing. Eric's drone, a silent witness, had exposed a murder. But Winx's absence fueled dread, his flight a shadow over Bozeman's calm, the Lexus's trail a fading echo. Forensic teams photographed the burial site, the sheet's logo a chilling clue to Wink's fraud. Susan's disappearance, once a cold case, now burned with urgency, her mutilated body a testament to a conspiracy darker than identity theft. Neighbors whispered of Winks's distant charm, his Lexus's nightly returns, now a ghostly memory. The grave's discovery, a jagged tear in Bozeman's veneer, drove curiosity. The Blue Gate sheet a harbinger of the organ harvesting nightmare lurking beneath Winks's lies. His predatory heart poised to unravel in a true crime saga of betrayal and gore. Jamie Winks exposed, but his trail, as Dr. Ron Lowe, vanished into Montana's chill. Bozeman police traced his 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport, surveillance capturing Winks, loading duffel bags at 3:17 a.m., the vehicle speeding south on I-90 toward Billings. His phone, last pinging a tower there, went dark, his accounts gutted, a $13,000 ATM withdrawal in Bozeman's core, smaller cash pulls scattering outward. Winks' home, searched, yielded no tools, but a laptop revealed a dark web medical license, its forgery hallmarks tied to a defunct network. His driver's license, stolen from deceased Calvin Mott, unmasked Winks as a con man, his true crime conspiracy spiraling beyond murder. Investigators dug into Winks's past, uncovering a 2013 Miami scam as Marcus Ellison Winks, defrauding elderly clients of $36,000 before fleeing pre-trial. Aliases surfaced: Derek Holmes, a 2010 Detroit trainer; Eric Moulton, a 2012 Charlotte paralegal, each role abandoned when verification loomed. Winks' Bozeman deception, his longest, wove Blue Gate Wellness Partners' fake credentials into Gallatin Heights Trust, his wellness posts a veneer for fraud. Susan Theron's emails, recovered from a cloud backup, detailed her shadowing at Blue Gate, her last session ending with her phone's deactivation, a digital erasure signaling murder. The Blue Gate Medical Center sheet, a stolen prop, hinted at the organ harvesting horror, Winks's clinic a stage for his predatory scheme. His financials, once pristine, showed a calculated exit. Lease terminated, security deposits claimed, no forwarding address. Bozeman's community, reeling from Susan's grave, grappled with Winks's betrayal, his Lexus's absence, a taunt. Former patients recalled vague consultations, their trust in his jargon, now a wound. The Montana Medical Licensing Board's stalled complaint, a bitter echo. Eric Simpson, haunted by his drone's find, watched police comb Winks's lawn, the uneven sod a scar of deception. Winks's flight, a masterstroke of evasion, left investigators chasing shadows, his dark web ties and stolen identity, a labyrinth of identity theft. Susan's ambition, exploited through her clinic visits, fueled Winks's gruesome plot, the Blue Gate sheet a prelude to the autopsy's gory truth. Bozeman's quiet streets, once blind to his lies, buzzed with dread, the manhunt's urgency a pulse in Gallatin Heights' heart. Winks' past, a mosaic of cons, drove curiosity, his organ harvesting scheme a chilling specter, the true crime saga of murder and fraud tightening its grip on a betrayed community. Susan Theron's exhumed corpse unveiled a nightmare in Bozeman's Gallatin Heights, its grotesque scars exposing Jamie Winks's depravity as Dr. Ron Lowe. Forensic examiners, peeling back the Blue Gate Medical Center sheet, recoiled at Susan's torso, jagged incisions, crudely stitched, gaped where organs had been savagely harvested, her body a canvas of black market butchery. Ligature burns seared her wrists, her skull splintered by brutal force, the fatal hemorrhaging from Winks's botched surgery, a chilling true crime revelation. Toxicology reports confirmed propofol, midazolam, and ketamine, sedatives traced to Winks's illicit cryptocurrency purchases, pumped into Susan to immobilize her for his gruesome organ harvesting scheme, a conspiracy darker than murder. The Blue Gate sheet, stolen from an unrelated Bozeman facility, cloaked Winks's fraud, its logo a mocking echo of Susan's nursing dreams. Her emails, recovered from a cloud backup, detailed shadowing sessions at Blue Gate Wellness Partners, Winks's sham clinic, a trap where he honed her trust with medical jargon. The shallow grave, dusted with lime in a panicked attempt to mask decay, betrayed his amateurish cover-up, the uneven sod a silent scream of his guilt. Susan's last session, marked by her phone's deactivation, sealed her fate, her ambition a lure for Winks's predatory heart. Investigators traced Winks's dark web dealings, cryptocurrency payments to hidden marketplaces, revealing shipments to a private mailbox under an alias. The sedatives, regulated for surgical use, pointed to a calculated plan. Winks' clinic a stage for non-consensual procedures, possibly targeting others. 3 former patients, later interviewed, recalled illicit injections, one hospitalized for infections, unaware of Winks's fraud. Bozeman's community, shattered by Susan's mutilated remains, grappled with betrayal. Winks's 2019 Lexus RX 350F sport a ghost in their streets, his flight fueling dread. Eric Simpson, haunted by his drone's discovery, watched forensic vans swarm, the grave's horror a wound in Gallatin Heights. The autopsy's revelations, a grotesque tapestry of organ harvesting and murder, intensified the manhunt. Winks's lies a labyrinth of identity theft and deception. Susan's body, a testament to his savagery, drove investigators to unravel his past. The Blue Gate sheet a chilling clue to a conspiracy that bled beyond Bozeman. The community's trust, once Winks's shield, now fueled curiosity. The organ harvesting nightmare, a pulse in Gallatin Heights, quiet, Winks's predatory legacy, a festering scar in a true crime saga of gore and betrayal. Jamie Winks's organ harvesting horror had scarred Bozeman, but his trail as Dr. Ron Lowe vanished, leaving Susan Theron's mutilated corpse as a grim beacon. A nationwide manhunt surged, the FBI and U.S. Marshals issuing warrants for murder, corpse abuse, and unlicensed medical practice. Winks's 2019 Lexus RX 350F sport a Spectre on I-90. His dark web license, stolen identity, and $13,000 cash haul exposed a conman's precision. His flight a calculated evasion through Montana's shadows. Investigators combed his past, revealing aliases. Derek Holmes, 2010 Detroit trainer. Eric Moulton, 2012 Charlotte paralegal. Each a mask shed when scrutiny loomed. His Bozeman fraud, the deadliest true crime conspiracy yet. Winks targeted caretaking women, nurses and teachers, their trust a canvas for his deception. 3 former Blue Gate Wellness Partners patients reported illicit injections, one's bacterial infection, a near-fatal clue to Winks's unlicensed practice. His polished jargon, once a shield, now haunted victims, their stories fueling the manhunt's urgency. Surveillance from Bozeman's core showed Winks loading duffel bags at 3:17 a.m., his Lexus speeding south, phone pinging in Billings before going dark. The Blue Gate Medical Center sheet, a stolen prop, tied his organ harvesting to Susan's murder, her emails a roadmap to his predatory trap. In a Colorado Springs motel, a worker spotted a guest matching Winks's wanted poster, posing as pilot Elliot M., paying cash, shunning housekeeping. Marshals raided, finding Winks asleep, a fake pilot's license, 6 burner phones, and $8,500 cash hidden in his bags. He denied Susan's murder, claiming she collapsed during a vitamin session, his panic driving the burial, but toxicology, propofol, ketamine, and ligature marks crushed his lies. The Blue Gate sheet, a grim relic, screamed premeditation, Winks' flight a desperate bid to outrun a true crime nightmare of fraud and gore. Bozeman's Gallatin Heights, reeling from Susan's butchered remains, watched the manhunt unfold, Winks's betrayal a festering wound. His aliases, a mosaic of identity theft, revealed a predator who thrived on trust, his organ harvesting scheme a grotesque pinnacle. Investigators, tracing his cryptocurrency deals, feared more victims, the motel's haul a glimpse into Winks's next alias. The manhunt's grip tightened, Susan's grave a rallying cry, the true crime saga of murder and deception driving curiosity. Winks's capture a fleeting spark in a community haunted by his savage legacy. Jamie Winks, unmasked as Doctor. Ron Lowe, faced justice in a packed courtroom. Prosecutors wove a chilling true crime tapestry, presenting Susan's emails, detailing her Blue Gate wellness partner's shadowing and forensic evidence. Jagged incisions, missing organs, ligature burns, a shattered skull, proving Winks's organ harvesting murder. Toxicology confirmed illicit propofol and ketamine tied to his cryptocurrency purchases, sedating Susan for his black market butchery. Financial records, a $13,000 withdrawal, and surveillance of his 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport fleeing Bozeman cemented his calculated escape, a predator cloaked in fraud and identity theft. Katie Theron, Susan's mother, testified, her voice breaking. She wanted to heal lives. Her words pierced the courtroom, Susan's nursing dreams a stark contrast to Winks's savagery. Prosecutors detailed his dark web license, stolen Calvin Mott identity, and past scams. 2013 Miami fraud, $36,000 stolen, revealing a conman's playbook. The Blue Gate Medical Center sheet, a stolen prop, underscored his premeditation, its logo a grim echo of Susan's trust. Winks's defense, claiming an accidental collapse during a vitamin session, crumbled against ligature marks, toxicology, and the grave's lime-dusted panic. His lies, a hollow shield. Former patients testified, recalling illicit injections, one's hospitalization a chilling precursor to Susan's fate. Winks' polished jargon, once a lure, now damned him, his aliases, Derek Holmes, Eric Moulton, a litany of deception. The courtroom buzzed, Bozeman's community grappling with Gallatin Heights' betrayal. Winks's wellness posts a cruel facade. Forensic experts mapped the organ harvesting, crude stitches betraying Winks's amateurish brutality, Susan's hemorrhaging a fatal signature. The jury, riveted, traced his flight, the Lexus Y90 - a desperate bid to outrun murder, the $8,500 motel haul, a final grasp at freedom. The trial's climax, a guilty verdict, echoed through Bozeman, convicting Winks of second-degree murder, medical fraud, drug offenses, identity theft, and corpse abuse. Susan's grave, a silent witness, fueled the community's resolve. Winks's predatory heart laid bare. The Blue Gate sheet, a relic of his conspiracy, haunted Gallatin Heights, the organ-harvesting horror driving curiosity, the true crime saga of gore and betrayal a relentless pulse. Winks's conviction, a fleeting balm for a community scarred by his monstrous deception. In a somber courtroom, the judge branded Winks a predator who weaponized trust, sentencing him to life without parole, his dark web license and stolen identity, Calvin Mott's, a testament to his fraud. Susan's grave in Livingston, etched with "She wanted to heal." He made her vanish, stood as Gallatin Heights' wound, her nursing dreams crushed by Winks's savage conspiracy of murder and identity theft. Bozeman's community, reeling from the Blue Gate Medical Center sheet's grim reveal, confronted systemic gaps, Winks's fake Howard credentials exposing credential verification's fragility. His 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport, once a symbol of trust, now haunted memories. Its I-90 flight a taunt. The organ-harvesting horror, jagged incisions, organs torn for black market profit, amplified the betrayal, Susan's ligature marks and shattered skull, a visceral scar. Investigators feared more victims, Winks's illicit injections and $13,000 withdrawal, hinting at a broader true crime web. His aliases, Derek Holmes, Eric Moulton, a chilling playbook of deception. Katie Theron, Susan's mother, tended her daughter's grave, her resolve a quiet fire, Bozeman's loss a shared grief. Former patients, scarred by Winks injections, whispered of near misses, one's infection a shadow of Susan's fate. The Blue Gate sheet, a stolen prop, lingered in collective dread, its logo a reminder of Winks's predatory precision. Gallatin Heights, quiet streets, once blind to his wellness posts, buzzed with vigilance. The $8,500 motel haul, a glimpse into Winks's next alias, thwarted by a motel worker's tip. Winks's imprisonment, a concrete cage, offered no closure, his organ-harvesting scheme a grotesque legacy. Bozeman's trust, shattered by Susan's mutilated corpse, fueled curiosity. The Manhunt's echo, a reminder of systemic flaws. The true crime saga, woven with fraud, murder, and gore, left Gallatin Heights forever changed. Susan's grave a beacon of loss. Winks's lies a festering wound in a community grappling with the cost of a predator's betrayal. Susan Theron's mutilated remains demand justice. Subscribe to this channel and unravel Jamie Winks's organ-harvesting horror and Bozeman's betrayal, where true crime secrets bleed raw. Don't miss the next chilling reveal.